feel to be back and kind of just doing your thing again?
Oh, it's incredible. It was a long 4 or 5 weeks there of being alone, and I have a great support structure here in Florida. Obviously, a lot of friends away from the game that I could lean on in that time, but to be back with the team is unbelievable. I've one of the better days.
In terms of the toughness of it, you've been injured before, but even then you're around the facility, around the guys. How tough was it, like you said, just to be away from the group?
Yeah. It was obviously tough. Being injured is obviously a bit of a different animal. It's worse in a sense because you can't do all those things that you want to do to stay in shape, and that can be tough. So this was a little bit easier in the sense that I was able to mentally and physically stay in it as best I could.
Where was your mental state when something like this happens? And I would think it was like an anvil being dropped on you in the moment, when it happened. But
100%, yeah. An anvil's a good analogy. Yeah, no, or metaphor. It was tough. It was a tough first few days, but life goes on and you have to move past it. So that's what I tried to do the best I could.
Aaron, when you were away from the team that 4 or 5 weeks, just what were you doing as far as skating on your own, working out? What did you kind of do to make sure that when you were able to rejoin the team, you were in a good spot?
Yeah, so I had to be out of the facility whenever the team was here. No team activities, so I was still able to skate and work out and draw up my own on-ice programs as best I could. I'd watch the games. I'd see something Forsey would do, and I'd try and mimic it in practice the next day. So it was a good lesson in being my own coach for a little bit. I had some good friends in Anthony Perticaro and Keith Yandel who came and skated with me. So that was obviously good to have some people out there. There's a lot of hours skating and working out alone, but it was good. It was fun to put myself to work in a way that I haven't before.
What were your thoughts on just how the team has been doing in your absence?
Well, the team's doing great. I mean, obviously, guys are coming in and out of the lineup, getting them rest for the playoffs, and that's important this time of year. We know that we're going to go on a run, and we want to go on a run. So health is really important, and I'm really happy with obviously the way the team's battled as much as they could.
And missing the first 2 playoff games, that's got to kind of sting a bit, right? I mean, we haven't gotten to that point yet, but what's that going to feel like to not be able to be on the ice in game 1?
Yeah, that'll be the toughest 2 games, of course. That's obvious. So just going to try and keep myself in as best shape as I can so that when game 3 rolls around, it's easy for me to come back in. And it's not the first time that I've stepped into the playoffs cold after injuries even. So I'm confident that I'll be fine coming into it, but those 2 games will be very tough to watch for sure.
And does this help it being able to be with this team 10 days, 12, whatever it is, out, being part of the full practice and the full
100%. Yeah, to make passes, receive passes. I've been telling guys if they catch me with my head down to lean into me a little bit just so I can get that feeling back, because it's a nature of the beast in the playoffs. So I'm just trying to get as many game-like reps as I can, and these 10 days are huge for that.
Obviously, the tough minutes you play on the block shots and the hits and all that, just what has this time off done for your body? Just how do you feel heading into the playoffs, kind of getting a bit of a recharge here?
Yeah, I've felt good all year after, I broke my hand there and obviously all this happening. It's obviously a ton of rest. Like my body hasn't felt, this good since coming into game 1 of the season. So it's almost like a mini training camp, and yeah, it's the best I've felt in a while for sure.
How tough of a lesson was it to learn after getting the suspension and all that?
The toughest. It's not. There's so many ways you look at it: respect and integrity and character. Family, name, my teammates, fans. It's every single which way you look at it. The money that I lose on top of all that. Not that I, care about it in a sense. I'd give it all back to play and take it all back again. So a lot of regret, but it is what it is, and have to find a way to move forward.